let's see. The Crumpet's about to be born. Ooh, it's a cute little girl. And her parents are super happy. Hi friends, SnickerHoops here. Welcome back to another TocaLifeWorld video. Today, we're going to be doing the birth to death of a crumpet. Let's start off with a bit of genealogy. Her dad is an archaeology professor. He has a secret office in a super prestigious university. That's where he writes all his research papers and all the other things he publishes. And her mom is a baker. She absolutely loves to make cake. That's her specialty. And well, here we have their child, the crumpet, who was born out of two precious gems. And see, what happened, friends, is that the dad found these gems in some hidden caverns during one of those super important expeditions that he participates in. He found them, he brought them back, and they had this beautiful baby girl. They've decided to call her Anita, and they live outside a little boutique. She lives in a humble little house, nothing too extravagant or luxurious. The family's happy, they live comfortably, they don't need anything. Okay, friends, but when Anita was 3 years old, a tragedy happened. A big storm came, kind of like a hurricane or a tornado, and it took her dad. Just like that, her dad was gone. Well, friends, the mom was really worried because she was gonna be all alone with the kid. But she also wasn't super worried because she knew that her husband had experience with natural disasters and things like that. He was an outdoorsy man, we could say, because I mean, he was an archaeologist. So, you know, she was like, he'll come back, I know he'll be back. Ooh, I got a pencil case with pencils. But I know that there was a backpack, but I don't see a backpack. Well, I didn't get a backpack. So let's continue with the crumpet story. So what her mom did, well, she said, we can't live here anymore. We need to go live with our family because we can't live alone. I need someone to help me with Anita. So what they did is they moved into a new neighborhood where a bunch of other crumpets lived. And conveniently, one of Anita's aunts also lived there. And luckily, that neighborhood was also super close to the place where Anita's mom baked. So, well, they parked their car there and they decided to move into this house that's here in the tree. They decided to live here. That's where Anita turned 5 and her mom made her a delicious cake. And, well, friends, that's Anita's first 5 years of life. So we've talked about Anita's life from 0 to 5 years old. So in our next chapter, and don't worry, the video's not over yet. We're gonna talk about it in this same video. Okay, so our next chapter is from 5 to 10 years. Okay, so when it was time for Anita to go to school, she had a bunch of classmates. And well, we're making her classmates now. Oh, friends, when we made all the crumpets, they gave us a new house. And they gave us another crumpet here, and they gave us this car. Okay, so it's time for Anita to start school, but it's a bit sad, friends. Okay, well, we're gonna put the other students here. This will be the teacher here. And, well, the other students started to bully Anita. And the problem is, well, okay, so they weren't really bullying. They would just laugh at her because it was really hard for Anita to learn to read. She would mix up her words and the students would laugh at her. And the teacher told them not to laugh because it wasn't Anita's fault. And see, Anita here loved doing science experiments. That was definitely her strong point. One day, when Anita was 8 years old, a very interesting girl moved in next to her. And her and Anita became best friends because she also loved science. She was great with technology. She could fix TVs, she could fix computers, and she was only 8 years old, about the same age as Anita. So they became super, super good friends. They became the best of friends. They went to the neighborhood pool together. They had a lot of fun together. So guys, she was Anita's best friend. They had a lot of fun together and they liked to go to the neighboring neighborhood, and it was a rich neighborhood. Only rich people lived there. And guess what? There was a guy that they both liked there. So now we're done with the chapter of her life from 5 to 10, and we're going to begin what happens in her life from 10 to 15. And they were, well, Anita was 13 and her friend was 14. And so there was this guy, Strawberry Dude. They called him Strawberry Dude because he was super cool. He was super cool and attractive. So both of them, that that was the problem, that both of them liked him. So they couldn't decide because they were friends, but both of them liked Strawberry Dude. And well, that caused a little bit of problems sometimes. Sometimes they would fight over Strawberry Dude because both of them liked him. But they would always make up with each other in the end. They also liked every time they got out of school, they liked to go to the mom's bakery, and there they would eat cakes and fruit. Okay, now moving on to university. So one day when Anita was coming back from university, she saw something that she had never seen before. And she went to go see what it was, and she fell in love at first sight. Friends, I should say both of them did. They both fell in love at first sight. She fell in love with a rocker, and the rocker fell in love with her too. And then after about a year, they got married. The mom wasn't really happy. She didn't like the rocker very much. But, I mean, what was she gonna do, right? She wasn't gonna stop them. But then Anita moved in with the rocker, and fortunately, things were going really well for the rocker in terms of his music career. So, they moved to where Anita used to live because Anita missed her childhood home, and her husband wanted to make her happy. So, they bought a really nice house. A really nice house because, of course, the rocker was doing super well with his music. Well, I don't really have good news for you, friends. Unfortunately, they didn't get along very well. It was kind of a toxic relationship. They didn't get along. They didn't work. So, oh well, he left. And one day, when she went to go visit her mom, guess who she ran into? None other than Strawberry Dude. And they were chatting, talking it up, and they decided to go on a date. They then decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend, and turns out that one day, when they were planning on getting married, you won't believe it. Friends, guess who arrived? Anita's dad appeared. He came back, and Anita was super happy. And Anita's mom, well, okay, so the entire family was super, super happy. And Anita told her dad that she had also studied archaeology. And her dad said, oh, well then you must accompany me to a new cave that I found. It's amazing, there are tons of fossils. And so Anita got super happy. And well, they went on important expeditions together, and Anita became a well-renowned archaeologist. She ended up marrying Strawberry Dude. They had a baby girl, and well, friends, Anita's parents got old, and they died of old age, and Anita was getting old too. Strawberry Dude too. And one day, Anita got this really bad pain, and they took her to the hospital, but unfortunately, Anita didn't make it, friends. But the good thing is that she died surrounded by the love of her family. And well, friends, that's the end of today's story. Run and hit that subscribe button because we want to hit 10,000 subscribers!